when we were all hoping to get into an IIM, straight after engineering college, or while we were still in engineering college, I got an interview letter from IIM Bangalore. And I found that there were 2 other boys, and you know how it is, the word spreads, you know, you're a call letter from IIM. You all gone through that. And on a campus, you know who's got a call letter, who hasn't. And then after a while, everyone started getting call letters from IIM Calcutta, and I didn't. So I was just sitting over dinner with my father and saying, you know, it's funny, there's a very high correlation between people who are getting IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore call letters and IIM Cal call letters. And I'm the only guy who's sort of, you know, must have done something really stupid. I'm the only guy who's sort of the odd man out. And he said, you know, maybe the letter hasn't reached. And I said, yeah, you know, fathers are fantastic at that, mothers are even better. And he said, okay, let me do one thing. I know where the interviews are held. Let me ask them if your name is in it. So I said, okay, they're held in the Administrative Staff College in Hyderabad. So he called up the librarian that he knew over there. The great benefit of being in Hyderabad is it's really a giant village. Everybody knows everybody else. So he called him up and he said, okay, when the professors from IIM Calcutta come, I'll ask them if his name is there. And he called that night and said, yeah, his name is there. I never got the letter. And then it went on. All my friends got reject letters from IIM Ahmedabad. And I got nothing. And I said, yeah, at least I must get a reject letter, you know. As Sidhu often tells me, it's no good being a dog lying in the street if no one notices you. And I didn't get a reject letter from IIM Ahmedabad. I got no letter at all. No letter at all from IIM Ahmedabad. And I told my father, you know what, I've got no letter from IIM Ahmedabad. Everyone's got rejects, some people have got interview calls, some people have got rejects, I've got nothing. He said, maybe you didn't get the letter. I said, yeah, and you know what, I told my father this in a very brave moment. I said, lightning always hits the same place. He said, what's the worst thing that will happen to you? You call up the hotel where the professors are staying, ask them if your name is in the interview list. He said, they're not going to be so cruel as to bang the phone down on you. The worst thing that will happen is they'll say, sorry, your name is not in it. Your name is not in it. So I called up, I discovered from somewhere that they were staying in a hotel just after Abbott's. And I called up and I said, can I speak to a professor from IIM Ahmedabad? And I only did it, believe me, because I was petrified of my dad. And my son isn't of me. And Professor N.R. Sheth picked up the phone at the other end. And he said, how can I help you? And I said, sir, this is what it is. I'm actually feeling quite embarrassed to call you, and I know lightning won't strike twice, but this is what happened with me at IIM Calcutta. And I was just wondering if my name was there, and maybe the postman liked my letter very much and kept it. I mean, I didn't use those words. I was not brave enough, but one of the things you learn in the media is never let the truth come in the way of a good story. But I spoke along those lines, and he said, okay. He said, I can't open the list because it's sealed. It can only be opened in the presence of all the other professors. But he said, tell me what you do. What are you doing? And I said, I'm doing a final year of engineering, so I'm going through my final exams, and you know, my mind is more on this than on my exam, whatever. And he said, when are your exams on? And I said, day after, and whatever. He called me that night. He took down my telephone number and he called me that night and he said, your name is in the interview list. And he said, but you told me your interview is scheduled for day after tomorrow, but you told me you had an exam day after tomorrow, so I've rescheduled it for tomorrow. Is that luck? Or did I make my luck by calling? If I had sat back, I would not have known. So think about that. Was that luck? Or did I make my luck? Like hell, it was luck, man. I don't know. There's one thing I want to throw to all of you. Does excellence require luck? It's something I've debated myself a great deal. Does excellence require luck? But it's interesting, this whole debate about luck. What really is luck? My feeling is that luck is a combination of preparation and recognition. It's preparation and recognition. Are you willing to slog your backside off when no one is watching? If you're going to slog your backside off when no one is watching, when that opportunity comes, you're ready for it? Also, which is even more important, you recognize the opportunity before it comes. Why are football strikers so great? I mean, if you watch football matches, You see these midfielders running up and down. You watch the defenders, the wings going charging up and then trying to center the ball in. They've got to run all the way back to defend. What are the strikers doing? So what's the big deal about being a striker? Why is one striker better than the other? Why do some strikers get into a better position than others? It's because they recognize an opportunity before it comes. And because they've recognized the opportunity, they find themselves in the right position. They're not lucky. Ronaldo's not lucky. He just happened to be in the right positions, and he happened to be in the right positions because he knew what the right position was. And that comes from a combination of preparation and recognition. One of my favorite sayings in sport comes from Gary Player, the golfer, who said, it's funny, he said in an interview, he said, it's funny, the harder I practice, the luckier I get. And it's true, the harder you practice, the luckier you get. And Lance Armstrong, who just won his 7th straight Tour de France, you must read Lance Armstrong's books. They're a little mushy, they're a little sugary. If you like Hindi movies, you'll love Lance Armstrong's books. But he said, I don't win the Tour de France on the 24th of July on the Champs-Élysées. He said, I win the Tour de France when I'm riding in the mountains when no one else wants to. I go out in the winter and I ride in those mountains when nobody else wants to. That is when I win the Tour de France. I don't win it on the 24th at the Champs-Élysées. That just happens. That's taken for granted. But I win it when no one else is racing. And that is something that stayed with me a lot. Are we willing to work? And so when the opportunity comes, we can take it. So that is my view on luck. When opportunity knocks on the door, use it.